Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Vibes. Stephanie Kathan here, raising my mug to you. And I am totally rocking my vibe casually today. I am on a few minutes early. It's raining here in Vermont. What's the weather where you guys are? It's crazy everywhere. If you are in a area that has been hit by the hurricane or you're dealing with extreme weather, we are holding space for you and we are holding you in our prayers. So you are not alone, and we are holding thoughts of safety for you and well-being, and we've got lots and lots of love. We are holding you in our thoughts regularly. I want to talk about something, as Laura posted earlier, irrelevant. It's relevant to something that's going on right now in the personal growth industry. And woo, it is creating tons of emotions. It's triggering all sorts of things out there in the world. So what do you do when your guru or somebody that you've invested in their certification programs or their teachings or whatever, what do you do when that person changes their mind? Well, a lot of people are feeling betrayed. And the thing that sparked this, and there's a couple of different issues that I want to talk about, but the first one is Doreen Virtue, who many of you know. She does the angel cards. She's done courses about earth angel courses and healing with a fairy courses and angel reading courses. She's done all sorts of courses. She's partnered with Hay House. And maybe like me, you've invested in her things. And then she decided recently that she was going to be a born again Christian and follow Jesus, which is yay for you, Doreen. I think that's fabulous because we all get to make these personal choices, right? But what happens to the people who've invested in growing their business using those teachings? So I've really spent a lot of time over the last few days contemplating this issue and thinking about it. And it brought me back to when The Secret came out. Hey, Robin Sloan. Good morning. I'm raising my mic to you. When The Secret came out, I was so, I had never heard the information before. And so I was like really into it, and I was studying and I was listening, and I started following all of the teachers who were in that movie. And I began to kind of idolize them a little bit. And then James Ray, who was the guy in the movie, the one who talked about, if you've seen The Secret, he's the one who talks about the genie coming out and granting you your wishes. Well, something happened to him. He went on and continued in his personal growth. He got really, really famous from being in The Secret. And then he started doing these retreats for people where he was doing sweat lodges and things like that. And he actually got arrested and spent a lot of time in jail. And I don't know if he's out of jail yet. But the thing that I want to bring to your attention about this is, so one of the things that he was teaching, Robin, raising your diet Mountain Dew to me. Thank you. So one of the things that he was teaching was deprivation. He was depriving people of air in the sweat lodges. He was depriving them of water. He was depriving them of being able to eat when they want to. His teachings were about depriving. And then he went to jail where he was deprived of his freedom and deprived of his freedom to eat and drink and do whatever when he wanted to. So when I saw that and I realized how the universe was, bringing back to him exactly what he was putting out, like it does to all of us, it made me realize that everybody is just human, right? And they all make choices. And we have this power of discernment. We talked about this before during the 21-day challenge. If somebody's teachings are resonating with you and they're helping you connect to you, then that is awesome. And so the thing with Doreen Virtue is she's decided that her guidance cards, she no longer has faith in her guidance cards that she's been selling to people and making millions of dollars on. And but she's got some Jesus cards for you if you want to buy them. So this is where discernment comes in. And I'm not criticizing Doreen's choices. She is a human being, and she has the freedom to choose whatever she wants. And so do you. There's a really great documentary on Netflix by Tony Robbins, and it's called I'm Not Your Guru. And it is fabulous. And I realized through this thing with Doreen that was happening, and I own 4 of her card decks, but I never followed through with her courses. There was just something that didn't feel quite right. And I've learned to trust that so much, that discernment. And I'm not judging her. There is no judgment here, because I believe that we all get to create and travel the path that we choose. And I'm not going to judge her for any decisions that she's made in her life or business. But I also want to encourage you to remember that those teachings and the guidance that you've received along the way, just because she's decided to stop believing in that, doesn't mean that you have to change your beliefs. I totally believe that there's so much universal support out there for me. And her teachings have helped me be able to tune into that piece of me. But I didn't need them. You don't need anybody else to be able to tune into the power that you've got going on. You don't need anybody's certifications. You don't need a diploma from anybody's course. That's right, Laura. The truth is still the truth. Exactly. And you get to decide and discern. So maybe if you've built your business using the Doreen Virtue model, if you've modeled your business using her cards and using her stuff, then this is a time for you to explore going deeper and explore how you can resonate with the message and not have to resonate with the messenger. So don't let her choices dishearten you. Don't let anybody's choices dishearten you, because everybody gets the right to choose and do and follow the path that they are deciding to do, including you. Robin Sloan says, I own a few of her decks too. Yeah, I do too. And I still love them because I love the way that they helped me connect to me. They helped me be able to ask for support in a way that I wasn't used to. I wasn't used to hearing that the universe was out there supporting me in all sorts of ways. So what her, exactly, Robin says, I used it as a guideline. Exactly. Her process has helped me. The enchantments that she has on her cards were very helpful to me. But now there's like this energy about them. So I'm probably not going to be using them as much as I have, but I'm still grateful for the part that they played in my experience and my growth, and the things that she'd shared that helped me connect to my own divine team. Another person who's in the headlines a lot right now is Joel Osteen. So some of you may have seen all of the shaming that went on, and I am not a fan. I am not a fan of shaming in any regard. It's unnecessary, and it's a very low vibration, and it's just something that I try to stay away from because I want to focus on feeling on purpose. I don't want to have shame be any part of that. So anyway, there was a lot of shaming that went on toward Joel Osteen and his Lakewood church that is in Texas in the flood area. And I don't know what I wasn't there with him, so I can't judge. I don't know. Nobody knows what really happened, but the outcome is that he ended up opening up his doors and allowing flood victims in and helping them. And he also passed out a collection plate to them on Sunday. So it's all a matter of your discernment. You get to decide who you follow and why. You get to decide who you learn from and the messages and the gems and the wonderful little nuggets that are placed through those messages for you. John says, although Doreen doesn't believe in her cards, the universe will continue to use it as a resource. Absolutely, of course, because that was flowing through her creatively when she decided to do them at the time. So the point of this whole broadcast this morning is that even when somebody that you look up to or maybe have been idolizing or have been following their teachings for a long time or have invested money and time in their programs, and then you find out, ew, this doesn't feel so good after all. It feels like maybe you were swindled a little bit. Let those feelings be part of you. Feel them, but don't live there. You don't have to stay there. And you can use this as an opportunity to get clarity. That's what Laura posted. She said that thinking about it and her situation gave her a lot of personal clarity. So allow it to do that for you, and allow yourself, instead of feeling frustrated or maybe, I'm trying to think of all the negative words. I don't even want to really pull them out. But if you're feeling shitty about it, you have a choice, and you don't have to feel that way. You can take the good that you found through those messages, and then you don't have to continue your journey with her. She's decided to take another path, and you can go with her if you want to, if it resonates with you, or you can go your own way and find another teacher that resonates with you. There are always going to be teachers who resonate. James Ray resonated with me in The Secret until he didn't. And that doesn't mean I hate him, or it doesn't mean that I have bad thoughts about him. It just means that he's no longer resonating with who I've become. So we all get to change. Laura said, it felt like I had to say goodbye to a friend. Luckily, not a best friend. Right? And sometimes we have to do that in life, right? Sometimes we have to let go of the people who are no longer resonating with who we've become. It happens in our personal relationships, in our romantic relationships, in our friendships, and in our mentors and in our teachers. So there's still lots of good things out there, and I don't want you to feel so betrayed that you give up on that journey that you had decided to take, on your personal growth and into getting connected with who you are. So as you put the desire out there, another teacher is going to come your way. More information is going to come your way. Something more that resonates with you is going to come your way. And it's not the end. Laura says, but it was a growing experience. Right? Because first of all, we had to accept that, wow, this person is human, just like me. And they have the freedom to choose, just like me. And I don't need to follow them anymore if I don't want to. And if I do want to, I can. So there's so much, so many layers of how to feel about it, but it can all have a positive outcome. And the good news is that it's still going to take you where you want to go because the universe supports you in that way. Robin Sloan says, it is part of our growing spiritual process. Exactly. None of us are staying the same. We are all growing. And I don't know what inspired Doreen Virtue to make these changes and go back into the whatever, take the road that she's taking. I don't live in her head or her heart. I can't say what inspired her to do that. All I can say is I wish her well. I appreciate what she brought to me when I needed it. And I am feeling blessed that the teachings that I did take from her showed me some processes of how to connect with my own divine slice of me. So I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to appreciate that, and I'm going to let her go lovingly and with respect, and wish her well in her journey, because she's a human being like all of us. And sometimes our heroes or our idols can't always live up to the expectations that we put on them. So this is a great opportunity for you to let go of some of the expectations that you have of others and start to go within more and have conversations with you more. And maybe not spend so much time looking out there for solutions, but look within. Laura says, yep, part of the journey. I still love angels. I still love angels. I still love fairies. I love all of that. And more than that, I love my belief in all of that. And because somebody changes their mind doesn't mean that I have to follow suit. That's what makes us all so unique and wonderful and deliberate in our creating, is that we get to choose. So I recommend highly that you summon your discernment and have conversations with you. Use the teachings and the tools as just that. Tools, not gospel. Okay? Let your gospel come from in here. Let your truth come from in here. Let your creativity flow. Let your divine connection happen. Let the conversations take place. And in order to do that, you got to go within. So today for me is very laid back here in Vermont. It's been raining. It's kind of dark and gloomy out. It's chilly. Fall has definitely arrived, and I am taking that opportunity for self-care, and I want to go within, and I want to have conversations with that divine piece of me. I want to tune into my own intuitive hits and follow the guidance that's available from within me. And we all have that. And if you would like support with that, if you're struggling with this stuff and if you feel like you've been knocked off course, if you're a little out of sync, nothing is seeming to make sense, I'm totally here to support you in that. So please connect with me and we can do a free connection call and whatever. But I don't want you to get discouraged because somebody else changed their mind, or because somebody offered a behavior that didn't resonate with you. Instead of holding the judgment, which feels shitty anyway, instead of holding that judgment and creating a label for them, instead, look at it as an opportunity for you to connect with you, an opportunity for you to grow, and for you to look for answers where they are. And everything else is a tool. The stuff I offer is a tool. I'm going to use Tony Robbins. I am not your guru, okay? What I offer is just tools and processes and things that have helped me on my personal journey. And so I share and talk about them, and I help create awareness, and I help other people to feel on purpose too, because that's what's worked for me. So if you've been feeling discouraged, if you've been feeling a little out of sync because of the spiritual energy clash that's going on out there, I just want to remind you that you're so much more than you think you are. You don't need a certificate from anybody to prove your worthiness. Okay? Do you think Jesus gave out certificates? He didn't. I can promise you that. As a matter of fact, he said, follow me. You know, he didn't say worship me. He said, follow me. And I do. And I love all of the spiritual teachers who have come forth and made their way into my world and helped me to travel along on this journey. And I look forward to helping you too. If you need some hands-on support, please reach out. That's what this group is for. And I really appreciate you being here with me. And don't worry if somebody changes their mind. It's okay. You still have your mind, and you still get to decide based on what you want. So just keep that and hold that and trust that. And you do have a divine team of non-physical rock stars at the ready who will support you. The universe will continue to support you. And just because somebody else changed their mind doesn't make that truth change. That is still a truth. Free will, Laura says, yes, exactly. So bless the teachers who have come forth into your experience and taught you what they have, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because everything really teaches us, right? Bobby Donahue and I were talking while we were talking about it on An Evening With, when he came on Wednesday night and told his story, and he was talking about the story that happened in Vegas and the whole situation that left a bad taste, right? But there was so much learned from that situation and the growth that was experienced from it. So don't let the charlatans who make their way into your experience determine if you're going to continue on your own journey of spiritual growth or not. Just summon your discernment. You have it. It's there to help you sort through the bullshit. It's like a filter that helps you discern truth from untruth. It helps you to get with what resonates with you quickly. It's a powerful tool, and it's a superpower, and you have it. So summon that and use that. And go forth and continue your journey, because you are amazing, unique, wonderful, divine by design, deliberate creator. You're a genius. You've got so much amazing stuff going on. You're here creating great things. You're sharing your message in the world. You're changing lives. You're a catalyst for change. And don't let any of that change because someone else changed their mind, okay? So if you'd like, I'm going to do a little pre-paving. If you want to join me, I'm raising my coffee mug to you. I'm feeling very Vermonty today. I've got my my ball jar coffee cup going on. I've got thermal shirts on. And I'm looking outside my window at the mountains that are across from me. And it's all foggy. And it's very cozy this morning. And I just wanted to really bask in the energy of love and ease and flow and our power to choose. Okay, so let's do a little pre-paving, okay? I'm just going to ask as I am going out and about in my day to day that the universe surround me with love, surround me with the ability to understand and respect other people's choices. I want to flow through my day without judgment on myself or others. I want to embrace the lessons that life gives to me. I want to feel the support that's available to me. And I know that the divine messages will flow, and I'm going to pay attention to them. I'm going to follow my intuitive hits, and I'm going to have a conversation with that divine piece of me that lives in here. And as I go out and about, I'm just going to beam love to every being that I happen to encounter. The good, the bad, the ugly, the distasteful, the outrageous. I'm going to be a conduit for love because I have the power to do that. And so it is. Thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for having this conversation with me. Thanks for being part of this group. And for all of your support and encouragement of each other and being here on these videos with me to rock your vibe. I want to continue to support you. So if you would like more hands-on help, I have a couple of free options that won't cost you anything and we can connect. That's my way of supporting the members of this group. If you want to do a connection call, just write connection call in the comments and we'll do a vibrational reading and see what we can do to tune your vibration station to a frequency that serves you, okay? And don't get discouraged. Just be amazing. You keep being you. Laura says, thanks, Stephanie. Thank you, Laura. I'm looking forward to connecting with you all, and I will see you on the other side. Robin Sloan says, beautiful. Yes, yes, you're beautiful, Robin. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here and having coffee with me. And all of the replayers who tune into this later. Blake had posted something. I wanted to give Blake a shout out because she posted about that. She doesn't really follow gurus. And I want to give her a shout out for that because she's got that discernment going on. So thank you, John Roberts, for all the hearts and likes. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me. And tune in on Wednesday for an evening with... And our special storyteller is going to be Gemlu Reeves. So that's going to be awesome. That'll be at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. UK time on Wednesday for an Evening with Storyteller series. And I will see you guys on the other side. I'll be available in the group for support. Rock your Monday and keep being you. Okay, until we meet again, keep shining in your brilliance. And remember, you are so loved. Bye-bye, everyone.